I want to welcome our friends from Ethiopia and Somalia and Jubaland to enjoy the hospitality of our great country. Excellencies, I welcome you all to this significant launch of the Kenya-Somalia Ethiopia Borderlands project. This project, which is supported by the British government, is a strategic investment for Kenya and the Horn of Africa, a region whose people have often felt marginalized and neglected. It's also a pragmatic and sustainable approach to the socio-economic challenges the region has grappled with for decades. As the government of Kenya, we are confident that it will contribute to the ongoing peace and stability efforts and improved socio-economic status of the Borderlands people. Distinguished guests, indeed, our borderlands are infamous for insecurity, constant inter- and intra-community conflicts, low literacy, poverty, and harmful cultural practices, harsh climate, among others. As of February this year, at least 36 million people at the Horn of Africa were wallowing in a fierce famine when the region was under the longest drought in 4 decades. Before the March 2023 rains, we had crossed the 5 million mark of people facing starvation in this country. While Ethiopia lost more than 4 million animals, in Kenya, pastoralists lost at least $1.5 million to the drought. It was indeed catastrophic. We thank God for the good rains and the greenery we have seen as we flew here. On the other hand, retrogressive traditional practices are denying our girls and women the right to socio-economic growth. Girls and women between 15 to 49 years are at the risk of FGM at a regional average of 61.3%. Distinguished guests, since we enjoy stability in Kenya, we are now home to more than 2.5 million refugees from the East African region, mostly from Somalia. Thousands of others are displaced from time to time due to inter- and intra-community hostilities, majority in the struggle for resources. Insecurity impedes development. Insecurity impedes education. Children learn to pick the gun instead of the pen. Fear for their lives keep teachers away. Further, infrastructural development is silenced by armed conflicts. We must silence the gun for the industries to roar back. We must silence the violence for socio-economic prosperity. Although we are yet to meet the African Union target of silencing the guns by the year 2020, we have another opportunity through this project to address the root causes for progressive elimination of armed conflicts, not just in the Horn of Africa, but the African continent. That is how we can achieve the Africa we want, where no one is left behind. Distinguished guests, it is against this background that I welcome this 3-year initiative, which seeks to give the people the power to rise. The governments and partners are facilitators in the true reflection of bottom-up socio-economic transformation of our communities. In this regard, it's upon us to create a favorable and sustainable policy environment for shared prosperity. We are taking orthodox measures to spur the livelihoods of our pastoralists, such as through sustainable access to safe and clean water for human and animal consumption. We are enhancing drilling of more boreholes, distilling and maintaining existing ones alongside water ponds. With sufficient water, communities will easily integrate crop farming with pastoralism for enhanced food security. This will also allow them to grow pastures for sustained feeds supply. Given that our communities here are only separated by borders, these measures can be replicated for the good of our people. We also seek further collaboration in improving access to markets for produce such as beef and milk. In this regard, I call upon our partners here to support and work with us. Distinguished guests, as we host our neighbors fleeing conflicts, this influx is a drain to our own resources at the local and national level. Frontier counties have had to spend more, which overstretches the available resources. That is why we are reaching out to the United Kingdom and other partners for more support in building and strengthening resilience measures. Further, we encourage local administrative units to support inter-community integration. Cultivation of unity and trust must be people-centered for ownership. This will contribute to sustainable peace. While we are making strides in ending the terrorism menace, we must do more on states, especially in empowering the youth to prevent resurgency. Education, vocational training, and mentorship of young people is key in job creation and exposing the youth to innovation and entrepreneurship. This again calls for partnership. Distinguished guests, on behalf of the government and the people of Kenya, I welcome wholeheartedly this project and look forward to its successful implementation in Kenya. And once more thank the British government through the High Commissioner, Her Excellency Jane Marriott, for their commitment and concern and friendship in helping us to achieve sustainable peace among our borders and within our region.